what I do in the morning, I usually take my daughter to school. I bump the 15s. I'll drive around town a little bit. It wakes me up. It's like my pre-coffee. Then I come to the house and I start to prepare the dog's food if I haven't had some from the day before. Bump some music on the speaker. It's all my own music. Everything. I only listen to my own shit. You know what I mean? And then I get the dog's food ready, and I'll show you that right now. So I'll come in here. Yeah, this isn't like, I guess this is like, what is that, cribs or whatever. I got some chicken that I diced up for them. Uh-oh. We drop some sour cream every once in a while. We pick it up, hope that it didn't go everywhere. Get this bag of minced chicken. I cut it yesterday. What's up? Pixie? Pixie? What's up, Pixie? Pixie, Nixie! Oh, yeah. They know it's coming. They know it's coming. So we get the chicken. I already got the brown rice in here. This is the brown rice. I'll put it in here and I'll let it soak. So we're gonna do that right now. Here we go. Usually I'll put it on hot and I'll actually just kind of, I want to get all the dirt out of it, whatever it is. So I'll go in here and have all this going. And you can see all the rice as it pushes up, it gets all the garbage up. And I'll do this a couple of times, usually 2 or 3 times. Just dump it out and then do it again. Keep doing that. And remember, the whole time I'm bumping, you know, so I'm in a good mood. I don't make my coffee yet. I wait. I don't like making coffee with my hands dirty and stuff. I want to be sitting in front of the computer by that time that I have my coffee. But look, we got all this coming off the rice. So by the time we get to the third one, this is the third one, it's a lot, I mean, it's still kind of dirty, right? Because I put a lot of rice in this one. So yeah, we want to make sure there's not as much bubbles. So there's a lot less, I would say, probably. Hard to tell from the camera, but yeah, this will be the last rinse. So we're done rinsing, and we'll do one fill. Fill it up nice and deep. Because we're going to put chicken in here. Sweet potato and chicken. Sometimes I put a little bit of greens in there if I have some extra greens. So now you can see it's not so messy. And then usually you just kind of put your finger in there. If it's about half my finger or less, it'll be good. And then we'll throw this sucker on here. I just throw it right onto the stove. And I'll throw it on low, let it soak. So always make sure I got a nice sharp knife. I sharpen this pretty much every day. I mean, this thing is old, but it's got a coarse and a fine. I'll go on the coarse side, run that on each side a couple times, go straight through, press left, press right, and bam, we got a sharp knife. I don't know, I'll just kind of go like that. I'm not really like appropriate with it, you know. Might cut my shirt, it might not. And then I just literally will take this and I'll cut it in thin pieces, just like that. And then bam, and then what we'll do is we'll end up putting more strips, turning it sideways, and then we've got our little ability to just kind of cut it from here. You want them to cook fast, you know, not too fast, so, you know, not super thin or super tiny. And then I'll just do that for the rest of them. You know, the dogs get their carbohydrates from this and the brown rice. After you soak the rice, we can go and look and see if we have any extra greens. I could probably cut up some of these green beans. I might do that. I don't have any. I mean, I could give them some lettuce, but it's mostly water. Yeah, lettuce. You don't want to give them avocado or tomato or seed, peppery stuff. Carrots could work, but they don't really like the carrots much. So I'll take a couple of these green beans though. Sometimes you open the bag and it explodes all over the place. So that's part of this, you know, the morning. You just rip it and it flies everywhere and it's okay. You don't have to get mad at yourself about it. You just pick up all the ones that go everywhere. At first I was like, fuck, this is bullshit. No, I'm kidding. I don't really care. So yeah, the thing about bumping 15s in the morning, taking your daughter to school and just riding out, nothing really bothers you after. Come back, listen to the tunes, you jam. You pick up your messy green beans and you keep it moving. You know what I mean? No big deal. But we do have only 2 sweet potato here. I figured 2 would be enough. It looks like enough for about 2/3 of a bag of rice. We've turned up the heat a little bit. It's been about 10-15 minutes of soaking. And now we're gonna get ready. This is a lot of green beans, so I'm actually gonna put some of these in this bag here that I've already started doing. So now we're gonna just cut these green beans. I'm gonna cut them like same as small chunks like these, like the sweet potato, you know, not too small. You don't want them all mushy and shit. And then we have our green beans. At least I like a little crunch for the dogs. The sweet potatoes actually get a little soft, right? So now we've got our green beans, we've got our sweet potatoes, we've got our chicken, and then we've got rice. And that's all you need. And you know, this stuff costs me like maybe $30 a month. And they're happy, they've got energy, they jump. I stopped feeding them probably a year ago, dog food, for lots of reasons. Lots of reasons, from rashes to lethargy to emotional, like farting, all kinds of stuff, you know? So this stuff is so much better for them. So now we're gonna add the chicken. I'm like super jerry-rigging this setup right here. But yeah, we'll just take the chicken. I mean, you could use your hands. I usually use my hands. And then I'll just add like 2 handfuls of this minced chicken. You see it's all minced up. I already cut it the other day, yesterday. I'll take 2 handfuls of this, like nice big ones, and I'll mix it with the rice. I might throw a little bit more in there just to give them a little extra oomph, some protein, you know what I mean? And bam, you got your chicken. And then from there, we're actually gonna add the sweet potato. So I'll just go ahead and throw this junk in here. And then that way it'll get softer and cook with the rice, and then all the flavor of the chicken will actually soak into the sweet potato and the rice together. So from here, I'll stir this in with the rice, the chicken, and the sweet potato. No seasoning, of course, just plain. Animals don't need salt, they don't need pepper, they don't need none of that shit. And now we've got a nice healthy mixture for the bitches, for our dogs, our female dogs. And then I actually put a, so it doesn't boil over, I put it on low. All right, and this is one of my bigger, this is like my biggest stovetop. I'll actually put a paper towel over it, all right? And then I'll put one that can let some air out, and then I cover it. And then once it starts steaming, I'll throw the green beans in there, and I'll show you that when I do. But it'll take about 15-20 minutes for me to be ready to put the green beans in there. And then I'll show you the rest after. So for Keke, I'll put, which is a little poodle, Maltipoo, which you can't see much. I'll put it in the little silver bowl. And then for Pixie, hi Pixie mama, you're hungry? I put it in this bowl because she slurps the food down. So I have to put it in something that takes her some time to eat it, or she'll just literally swallow all of it. So I put it in here. So it takes her like 10 minutes to eat versus like 1 second. It's better for their digestive system. It's just healthier for them not to rush their food. And I'll fill it up. You know, I want them to have a nice healthy breakfast, because at the end of the day, I actually feed them about half so they can sleep and that they're not just overfed in general. And this will last me about 2 days. And then, so remember, that pack of chicken I bought was $10. I minced it. I actually fed our family chicken tacos out of it. We've had probably 10 or 15 tacos, like the street ones, and I made this. And then we'll feed Keke. Keke, come on, here. There you go. There you go. And then for Pixie, we'll go ahead and take this for her. Come on, Pixie. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay, here, come on. There you go, good girl. And that's it. Eat their food. Yeah, you like that, huh? Keke, she takes her time with it. I don't know why she always like looks around, make sure nobody's. Go ahead, eat your food. Eat your food. Yeah, you're good. Go ahead. Let's see if we can get her to eat without us noticing. Yeah, there she goes. There she goes. She's old. She's like 12 years old. Pixie's only 2. And guess what? By the time they're done, my coffee is ready. I'm gonna rinse this out. And we're gonna get to the office. So that's it. We put the rest in a bag. We'll throw this beezy in the fridge. Try to put it somewhere separate. Right there is fine. Make sure this doesn't fall over. Boom. Dog's eating still, which has been about 10 minutes. Keke, Pixie, can you get your food out? Here. Yeah, sometimes I gotta turn this over for her. There you go. I'll wash my hands. And that's it. We got the coffee ready. Just rinse my hands off real quick with some soap. Boom. And then what we'll do is we'll get the coffee. She's so picky, bro. You're so picky, Keke. Got my coffee ready, got my vape, and off we go to the office. Office. Why do they call it an office if you're not off when you're in it? I'm going off.